Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another car video. Road Ramble, Primal Lust. You know what? I always get, my inner circle cats, who always send me something, right? Who always, they always send me some article or something. Now, I had one of my dudes, shout out to you, the Hollow Wolf, right? One of my dudes sent me something, and it was about this this teacher sleeping with this 14-year-old kid who had been staying in our house with her husband and whatnot, right? Yeah, wait, hold on a second, right? Had to do something real quick. Staying in the house, right? So it was yet another story of a teacher sleeping with an underage cat, right? Underage, and it's constant. I almost started to do something on that, but at this point, it's very redundant. But there's another lesson to be learned with these situations, right? Now, I just did a video saying it takes more than money. And, in that video, I always said, guys say, oh, if you just have money, you'll get women. But there's a lot of people missing some stuff. There's a lot of people missing some stuff. I would even say, even though I got, there's a place for money and there's a place for game, that primal thing just beats out everything. Because think about something, right? I'm going to tell you what, I'll use myself as an example. I never really put this out there because if I had said something at the time, some woman would have got her throat slit by my female relatives. But, when I was 17, I was dealing with a older woman, right? And I think back to when I was 17, I was a cool Bama. So I wasn't the most stylish dresser or anything like that, right? Wait, hold on again. Sorry, I had to do some stuff you ain't need to see. Anyway, right? I wasn't the most stylish dresser, right? I was into my nerdy pursuits. I mean, I was playing sports. I was most sports. I was like varsity soccer. Nobody's playing soccer back then. But my arrogant ass thought I could go pro. But, I had a decent body, and in fact, I wasn't even muscular. I hadn't even gone near weights. So imagine I was a big head kid and, with a slim body, right? Yet I had this older woman dealing with me, right? And you see this a lot across the country. Now ask yourself something. See, we're dealing with the part that they're even dealing with these cats, but ask yourself, what kind of money is some high school student bringing to the table? How he getting her with money? Or how even getting her with game? What kind of rap is a 17-year-old going to have with an older woman? I mean, I can see it with some young girl. They talk about some little juvenile shit. But you talking about an older woman, got her own spot, had her kids, everything and stuff. What they got, but that's just some lust thing. And there's a lesson there, right? Because that wasn't even the only one, really. That wasn't even the only older woman. Seriously. I caught a lot of them, between, I say 16. Because I had the attention of an older woman when I was 16. Nothing happened with it. But, what you got? You not established? Shoot. What kind of game you got? How many teenagers got anything, that thing called game? You halfway lucky with some women unless you grew up real early. And I know I've said I started real early, but that don't mean I knew what the fuck I was doing. Shit. Then it was just you and a woman in a convenient place. Right? But seriously, it speaks to really a woman's lust. Like, the dude's got to really look at that and then question it. And then when they question a woman's sexual nature, because seriously, just ask yourselves. Right? Before you even come out your mouth thinking it's one way or the other, what is it? Because even Because even some of the dudes, like I was in around that age and stuff, I wasn't fully developed. Shoot, I was not fully developed back then. You know, that took a while. But it was just some primal thing. And it speaks to a woman's nature. Their nature is very primal. When they deal with a man, when they're attracted to a man, you got to deal with that primal aspect. No ifs, ands, and buts, right? No ifs, ands, and buts. And people need to stop and think about that. That's why I tell, that's why stuff like having a good scent works. That's primal. That's why hitting the gym, getting your body together, that's primal. It speaks to a woman. It's a subconscious thing. See, one thing a young guy does bring, his sexual energy really isn't depleted. He still got a full store of vitality. That's why in many indigenous cultures, the kids, it'd be normal for, kids to be married or hooked up or whatever, like at 14. That's when they got the most energy. And that vitality is one of the key reasons why women go for it. It's just an energy thing. Now, I know that sounds esoteric or something, but, if you got a guy like bouncing off walls and stuff because he got all this testosterone flowing through him, and another guy who, quite frankly, didn't take care of his vitality and don't look like he could get the energy to get it up for longer than 5 minutes, boom. The woman want that guy's gonna go forever, because if nothing else, that young guy, once he get in there, he in there. I say maybe the very first time he has sex, he's gonna go boom, right? Very first time, but after that first nut, that dude probably just ready to go. That dude going forever, and the woman thinking, shoot, this young boy got that vitality, shoot. And really, that's why you get these teachers. That's why I know women now in their damn 50s going for like 20-year-olds. And it's for that very reason. And like I said, what kind of game that 20-year-old got? Or what kind of money he got? Or, anything. He can't pull up in his Mercedes or something. Shit, he don't even have his own place. He's still living, he's still sleeping in that bunk bed he's been sleeping in since he's 10. Shit. And women know that. Women ain't going, I guarantee, if a woman try to argue it, she's just being contrary. But she know it. She know it too, because if you get some women in private, they know to keep an eye on like any single women in their neighborhood, or even married women who look like in their neighborhood, or some who look like they might be neglected. Seriously. Like a lot of dudes who married, especially you got a woman, a wife at home, and you ain't hitting it a lot, or she don't look enthusiastic, pay attention to that guy who's coming to cut the grass or something. Seriously. And sometimes they ain't even always sex or something. She might just, let him grind her or something. Man. Something. They'll do something. Now, hold up. This dude about to run over this other dude. It's o'clock. I know I always got to have it a certain amount of time on this joint, right? But, anyway, right? That's that primal lesson. That's the one thing that, like, no matter what. Now, if you could get to that point, and that's part of the reason why I talk about working out, you need to eat right, get your health right. You need to have that energy, that vitality, don't fap too damn much. That can sap it too. Only way you can get away with not doing that and not having energy sapped if you just got an extra dose of testosterone. But you got a lot of stuff out there that saps it. Or watching certain foods you eat too. If you want to like really increase it, other than like certain herbs and stuff, and I couldn't really recommend herbs because, I've never needed it, because, my joint in the morning is up at the window watching the sunrise, right? And then it comes over and wake me up. So, I've never really need them, so I can't recommend them, but other dudes might need them. One thing I'll say, eat a lot of seeds and stuff, right? Eat like leafy foods and stuff like that. It'll help increase it. Leave the soy alone. Like, people exaggerate saying soy or something and make you homosexual, but it does, it does bring out the estrogen in you. So anyway, right, it's that primal lust thing. So anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.